Hey guys, happy holidays. Chris the Ghost Doctor here. I wanted to share something that happened to me this morning. Absolute bonkers. I had an interview with a big show this morning. It was called The Burt Show. It's a morning show that has tons of affiliates around the country. So a big deal for me to get my word out there. And I was going to talk about the spirit world, some of my hospice work that I've done in the past, things like that. But the spirit world did not want me to do that. Or I should say the dark side of the spirit world. You know, they want people hurting and in pain and things like that so they can feed off of them. So I kid you not, I called them this morning and we were doing our pre-interview stuff, and the phone line was great up until I started talking about the spirit world, and my phone started breaking up, and the host was like, oh, we're gonna have to call you back. Your line is, whatever it was doing. So they called me back. My phone connection was crystal clear, and we talked for like 2 minutes or whatever, and then all of a sudden, as soon as I launched into my spiel with the spirit world, boom, my connection just started going bonkers again. And they're like, oh, we're gonna have to disconnect and try to figure out some other way to do it. And and I listened back later to see how it sounded, because I was just like, oh my god, it's gonna make me look horrible. And they cut the entire thing out. Instead, they did this filler segment where they were like, yeah, Chris, we were talking with Chris, and he explained to us that this happens to him a lot. And of course, they kind of made fun of it because they don't know. They don't realize the stuff that I put up with cleansing houses and talking about this stuff and talk about this hidden knowledge. So it was kind of interesting. It's in the third hour of the Burt Show on Apple Podcasts if you want to check it out. But what's even crazier, so get this, they called me right after that. And they're like, well, do you have like Skype or Zoom or something we could do this on? I'm like, yeah, let's do that. So we scheduled a Zoom time for later that day, like that afternoon. And I kid you not, as soon as we set that time, my internet started going in and out. And my youngest one, she was watching Bluey online, and it kept going out on her, and she was like freaking out. I'm like, oh, so I had to do a special blessing on my house and to keep this stuff at bay. And I kid you not, we didn't have any problems after that. So lest you believe I'm making this stuff up, it's real. Like the coincidences just keep on coming. So another chapter to the Ghost Behaviorist files for you. But we did record the interview. It's in the can. Unless the studio burns down or whatever. They said it was going to be on Friday, but they tend to shift things all over the place. So it could be a Thursday, but Friday, they told me it was going to be Friday. It'll be up there, and of course I'll link it and all that good stuff. So, like I said, life as a ghost behaviorist, never a dull moment.